following is a video response to Spinnernet's Wrestlers Need Acting Lessons video. I want to address the fact that, yeah, they do, but the reason why they kind of suck. And the reason why they partially suck, I'm going to go through by addressing some good actors in wrestling and even pulling a couple of quotes out of some of their books. The first one I want to pull out is HBK, who talks about where he learned how to talk. I feel that a lot of wrestlers backstage today come out of wrestling school just ready to get in the ring and do what they want to do, and they don't necessarily develop their character, develop how they're going to say what they're going to say, because they don't get that training. You know, that you have to learn kind of on your own as you go. So HBK addresses how he learned how to talk here. I also took a speech communication course, figuring that since I one day hoped to cut promos in front of an audience, it would be useful. I wish I could have taken some drama classes. The problem was I didn't understand the correlation between acting and wrestling at the time. If I had, I would have jumped all over it. At this point, acting and wrestling have become synonymous, and in order to be a successful wrestler, you have to be both athletic and be able to portray your character. And Chris Jericho, during his tenure in WCW, talks about that in his book as well. I hadn't done a promo in WCW yet, but that was where the money definitely was. You had to be able to sell yourself. You had to have the ability to connect with the crowd. I'd learned two major lessons regarding promos from Bob Brown and Jim Cornette, but I was going to have to rock the mic at a higher level if I wanted to take my career to a higher ground. The last part of why wrestlers suck at acting nowadays versus back in the day is because they feel they have a sense of entitlement and they don't want to work for it. Guys like Mick Foley, who discuss Promoland in his book here, well, just take a look here and listen to what he has to say about Promoland. Many of today's WWE superstars have never seen Promoland, let alone taken up residence there. They've had no reason to. It's almost like a defunct mom-and-pop amusement park made obsolete by the advent of computer technology. But just as there will always be a place for the classic out-and-back wooden roller coaster in today's world of high-tech, big-dollar thrill rides, there will always be a place for the heartfelt promo in today's tightly scripted sports entertainment environment. So in the end, these three wrestlers here all basically point to lack of training, entitlement, and overall just, needing to have both the athleticism and the acting chops available in order to become successful. When you have both, you can be a main eventer like Mick Foley or Chris Jericho or Shawn Michaels. If you have one and not the other, that's the interesting part. If you look at today's wrestling scene, just looking at the WWE, good acting ability but no ring talent kind of relegates you to the lower end of the card. Guys like Eugene, who played his savant character to the hilt, but unfortunately just did not have what it takes in the ring to put on a very entertaining match. Another character that you really, really hated was Muhammad Hassan, but can anyone tell me what Muhammad Hassan's finishing move was? They can't. They can't tell me anything about Muhammad Hassan other than that he was a terrible character, because he had no in-ring talent. That's just the way it goes. Then you have the opposite end of that spectrum, where you have a good ring talent, but limited acting or promo capabilities. The best example I can come to mind with on this is Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin is awesome in the ring when he has the confidence, but the second he gets on the mic, it just falls. The bottom falls out. The man can't cut a promo, and he would be more likely to succeed in the role rather than the trying to learn as he goes. He needs to be the silent killer, so to speak. The other character who we see floundering nowadays because of lack of acting capabilities is Carlito. Carlito can put together a decent match in the ring, but he just lacks the, ability to make the character come to life because the character's played out and it's one-dimensional. So in that regard, he's kind of relegated to mid-card status. And he's floundering. So that's basically my take on wrestlers and acting. And feel free to let me know your thoughts.